Why, hello! Hey, YouTube friends. How's it going today? All is well up in Saskatoon, Saskatchewan. You are here at Dee's Creative Corner. My name is Danielle Coleman, and I am a Creative Memories Independent Advisor. Thank you all for tuning in. I want to thank each and every one of you for subscribing and liking and commenting on my videos. You guys let me reach 500. I can't believe it. When I first started this several months ago, I thought, I can't wait till I get to 100, 200, and wow, I'm at 500 subscribers. I know we're such a small channel still, but you guys are making it grow. I appreciate it so very much, and I am having so much fun. So thank you all again. And I hope all my friends in the US had a fantastic Thanksgiving. We were back in Wisconsin and we were able to spend some good quality time and do our Thanksmas. So we had a really good time up down there. I say it down there, but it's we're up in Canada now. So and I hope my friends in Australia and Canada are staying warm and staying cool. We have a whole lot of snow and it is frigid temps now. So winter is here and so is December. So I was thinking I wanted to kind of continue with my 8x8, but then I'm like, everybody is doing so many fun things for December days and tags and gifts. And I just, having all of our kids gone, and I'm kind of an empty nester, and I don't do as many of the festivity fun things anymore. So, I decided I'm going to break out my envelope and bow maker, and I'm going to make some little treat bags for some of my husband's coworkers, and then I give them away to our neighbors. And I did it last year, and I just do it for local friends and a few people that I meet throughout as we're traveling. So I miss the whole hustle and bustle, and I know everybody is so very busy these days, and I just wanted to hop on and do a couple little different gift tag or little festivity gift envelopes. So all right, I'm gonna flip you guys over and let's get started. Hello, how is everybody? Now we are looking at this beautiful envelope and bow creator from Creative Memories. I've never done a video or anything on it. To be honest, I haven't worked with it a ton. I've made a few envelopes and things last year, and I figured I was going to make some little treats for my husband's coworkers. So today we're just gonna I'll show you, excuse my reach. We're gonna take some hot cocoa packets and some tea packets, and we'll make some of the little envelopes. They make great little add-ons to gift bags. You can throw them just on a card itself, and just a fun little treat to give some friends or family. And this is also a fabulous way to use up all of your scraps. And I have all my Christmas stuff out. I'm gonna set this aside, and you see I have my hot cocoa and my little tea packets that we're gonna do. I'm not gonna work with the very current Christmas charm. This is the latest and greatest from Creative Memories. I am trying to use up my stash, so we're gonna be using some older stuff. So I'm gonna set that aside. So I have here some Christmas cheer. There's just some odds and ends from this, 22, 23, just random different embellishments left over. Just some paper packets. So this is a fabulous way to use up our scraps. And like I said, I haven't really done a ton of this, so we're going to do this together. So first thing, whatever you're deciding to make an envelope for, you're going to want to get the dimensions. So you know, we're going to look at this little hot cocoa pack, and this is a little over 2.5 by 4 3/4. So what I'm going to do, so this is itty bitty bitty bitty. It's tiny. It is tiny. So what I did is, oh, I have some debris under here from before. There was a gal on the Creative Memory Advisor site that did a envelope measurement, so us with slowly aging eyes can see it a little better without our cheaters. So what you do is you find the size that you're wanting to make. So like I said, this is you're gonna look, and you know, I said it was about 2.5 by 4 3/4. So I would round up and maybe do like a 3 by 4. That's going to be the size that I'm choosing. So now it tells me I'm going to need a piece of paper 6.5 square. Can you guys see that? I'm sorry if it's blurry. So excuse me, this still is available. It went away for a while, but now it's back. So now right here I found the size that I'm going to make, and I'm going to just get my trimmer and cut a 6.5 by 6.5 square paper. And let's look through my scraps, and some of this probably isn't this one will be good. So I'm going to move that aside. And I mean, I don't love the blue gingham for Christmas, but we will, you know, these are just little gift packets, and 9 times out of 10, they get tossed in the garbage. So again, this is a good way to use up your scraps. So I'm going to cut this down to 6.5 and 6.5. So now we have a square. I'll move my scraps to the side, move this over here. And with this, it has 2 expandable arms that expand, so you can score larger, up to, I think it was, oh gosh, maybe well, let's see here, card size, up to paper size 11.5. So it does get pretty large. And then this is a little stylus that is underneath that we'll score with. And so now that we have our paper size, there is a punch guide, and that is over here on to the left. And I know it's very hard to see, but you're going to line the paper up to the punch guide. And so with this one, it says to line it up to 2 3/4. So we're going to, and right down here, it has the, you know, steps also to get your paper lined up. So 2 3/4. So we're gonna just go up here, and that's 2 3/4. And we're gonna score a line down. And with designer paper, you don't need to press hard because it's pretty thin. So you'll notice with cardstock, you have to press a little bit harder. And then we're gonna rotate to 180 and score again at 2 3/4. And then that will get, there's 4 score lines that we're doing. And so now you can see where I've scored. And now what we're going to do is we're going to notch these little 4 corners where there's the little overline X. And so what we'll do, and this is the punch notch over here, and we're going to just line it up. So there's 2 little teeth on here. The lines will go right to the little teeth. And then we're just going to press down, and we're going to do that 4 times. And then using designer paper, you can decide which side you want to fold it. So, okay, now we have all of our corners punched. You can either use your corner rounder, you can leave that at a square tip, or this has the corner punch all included. So we're gonna just punch corner round all of the corners, just to gives it a real nice clean look. Looks like a good old professional envelope. And so now I have cornered rounded all of the corners, and when you lift this up, the little debris falls out underneath, and then we'll just wipe that away. I'll set this up here, and I have the bone folder. This is also, it comes with the envelope and bow creator. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to have the gingham inside. So I'm flipping it over, and I'm just gonna crease on the score lines and just give it a good swipe with my bone folder, because I want the green to be on the outside for my my little envelope. So, and if you'll notice, this is almost perfect for our little hot cocoa. And a lot of times when I'm using doing cards and just miscellaneous throwaway gifts, I use a cheaper adhesive, either from the dollar store or one of the marts. You know, just because our precious regular Creative Memories adhesive, this is like a good permanent. This is what we do our memory keeping in, and I know a lot of people won't save these, so I hate to use the good adhesive. So that's just my own personal preference. So now you'll see I folded it, and I folded the bottom up, and I'm going to fold the corners in, and then I'm just adhering on the ends of these. And then when we do that, it's all adhered, and there we go. And so now this is the fun part too. You can look through all of your dies, your punches, your stamps, your border makers, all the different remaining of your stuff. So let's just take a peek. I'm flipping through some of the stuff, and last year I made a couple of the ornaments that was left over, and just because it's not exactly with the coordinating colors from the packets, I'm okay with that. So I might put just like let's get a square die cut out. I'm gonna take this guy out. We'll just put we'll put like just something like so, and then that blue is just throwing me off. That's tough, and that's white on white. I don't want that. And here, let's just throw this cute little oblong one in here, and we can kind of throw that on there. Again, it's just, we're using up our scraps and stash, and it's just fun to do some other different little crafts, and I like to be able to give some of the stuff away. People always enjoy it. And then I'll put a little bling on there. Let's see here. We'll put one of these big guys right on there. I have a ton of these, and this is a perfect way to use up the bling too. So, and here you go. And then I won't do it on all of them, but I did do, I took my hole punch, and you'll see here, I took my hole punch and I just strung some of the organza ribbon from the Christmas Charm collection. This was just to use it up, and so there, we got a couple of these. And then let's do a little one together. And again, we'll take our little guy here and we'll measure it. And this is about 2.5 by 3. So then we'll go back to our card size, and this has exactly 2.5 by 3. And they're telling me to cut a piece of paper 5 1/8. So let's get a piece of paper out of another stash. That could be 5 1/8. So this one looks cute. We'll use this one, and we'll get our 12-inch trimmer out and cut this to 5 1/8. And if you guys are math challenged like myself, I went on YouTube or probably Pinterest 100 years ago, and I printed this thing on just my camera paper. And because, you know, I have a hard time with all these little ticks, so this has really helped me to help guide my numbers. So if that is something that you guys do, let me know. I feel sometimes a little special when it comes to the math in scrapbooking. I know it shouldn't be that difficult if we all paid attention in school. And so again, this is 5 1/8, so that I always say that's 2 ticks over. So there's 1, 2. Oops, now I moved that. Darn it. Here. So I don't get my big head in there. There we go. 5 1/2. So then we'll have that as our square. Move our trimmer out of the way. Get our bow and envelope maker back in here. And so now it tells us to punch at 2 3/8. So that is 1, 2, 3/8 right there. And we're going to score and score. And then we're going to rotate it and go to 2 3/8. 1, 2, 3. There we go. There we go. All right, now we got our score lines. You can see it maybe a little, no, not a little bit better, but there you go. And then what we're gonna do is we're going to notch our little corners with the X on here. There we go. We'll just do all 4 of them. And then we will corner around the ends. I just don't play with this kind of stuff enough, and it really it's fun to get your other tools out. And you know, it's Christmas time and people are doing the December days and all their fun things, so I wanted to enjoy some Christmas festivity things. And I have some other treat bag things that I'm going to be making for my husband's coworkers, and I'll do another video probably next week with those. So let's tack those up. And you know, I'm not even sure if this flap would go on the outside, but I put that in first and then I flap them. So now we have this little envelope ready for our tea. How cute is that? And we'll do another little die cut. Let's get another little circle. Let's see here. These are my squares. We'll get a little circle. Can do something like that. And then I had a few of things that I had punched out so we could maybe do a little snowflake and a little candy cane. Could do something like that. All right. And this, I punch a lot of this stuff on scratch paper. So there we go. And then for these little guys, I do use my repositional tape just because it's a little tough to use the tape glue. So, and you could use your Bearly Art glue, you could use your precision tip pens, and we'll put a little tiny bling on this one. And these I got from Amazon 100 years ago, and I got like 10,000 of them, and I'm like, I hardly have a dent taken out of them. So again, a good way to use up the stuff in your, there we go. So there. And I'll do a still shot at the end when I'm done creating the rest of them. So these are just what we are working on today. So let's flip you guys back over. Let's see here. No. Hello. We did it. So, all right. Well, thank you guys for staying with me, and I hope you guys enjoyed this little video. Give it a thumbs up if you liked it, and I will give you my little plug. If there's anything Creative Memories you need, you can feel free to shop at that link. And again, thank you guys for staying with me and tuning in. I appreciate each and every one of you guys. Have a fantastic rest of the day. Bye-bye for now.